Swiggity sorty, let's get that booty.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Slim Cogcast. It is I, Slim Cognito, and bro, you won't believe what I've been playing this week. All right, so Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines is so goddamn good that I kicked things off with a humble stream of it and just started doing a few quests and things, and then suddenly, it got a little better as time went on because I started meeting people who knew things about the game and started educating me on it in the chat. And it got more and more interesting as I conversated with them, to the point where I was so invested in the game that I ended up doing 8-hour streams. And if y'all know me, I usually go for a 3-hour stream window and then that's enough. But I end up streaming for 8 hours, more than once. One time it was 6 and another time it was another 8 hours, like 2 days ago. And streaming actually does take a lot of energy out of you. It really does make you tired. I think I slept like 10 hours the next day. But when I say that I was having fun for every hour and every minute, like, bro, the mythos of Vampire the Masquerade is so damn good. I found out so much, like the fact that it was a tabletop RPG before it was a game. I didn't know that. Like, there's all type of stuff in development. We just saw the E3 go down where they revealed that it was gonna be a battle royale based on the lore, like, called Bloodlines. I can't wait. Like, damn, son. I might go Bruja or Grand Girl, I don't know. But there's some sick shit and I can't wait. And here's the thing. I am all the way in. I'm a fan now. I may not, actually go and read all the books and, play all the older games that didn't, age the best, but honestly, I just want to see more. I can't wait to see the sequel, bro. And we've actually completed a full playthrough of it. A full playthrough that was so damn fun. Of course, for those who do know, I went for the clan Bruja on my first playthrough. Prioritized unarmed combat, and secondary was ranged combat, of course. And had a good time. Ended up playing the fan patch and the unofficial, patch, although it fixes many things to run on current gen hardware, but also it adds some things if you so choose. And I chose to install the plus version of the game, which makes certain things harder. Now, one of the things that the chat did enjoy so much was seeing me defeat what was her name, the head queen bitch in Chinatown. She turns into this big ugly like flubber monster, Cthulhu looking shit. It looks like something straight out of Bloodborne, no cap. And it's like the hardest boss in the game according to everybody. But I somehow beat her in about 40 or so minutes, and I found like a rhythm that allowed me to dodge all of her hits, and I tore her ass up. She was great, and I had a good time. It was a good game. It was very well thought out, very fleshed out, and it was made with so much love. It's insane. And I don't know what else I could say. I could just sing high praises, because most of the negatives I'd have to fix it all toward the fact that the game was made in 2004. So, you can't really just hate on something like that. You can't just really, be too harsh on something like that. And we got to remember, back then, especially, a lot of game developers had to do most of their things in-house by themselves. They couldn't just, grab an engine and use all those assets, make new game and go. They had to make their own assets, edit the engine themselves, and, make other middleware in order to make shit work. Like, it's a lot that goes into this stuff. If you knew the things that went into creating Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy for the PS2, you would probably shit your pants. But I said all that just to say that the classic developers were the OGs. They were the warriors, okay? They were like the soldiers that went to Vietnam compared to soldiers that went to modern day Iraq in the past 10 years. Ain't shit compared to them old school fellas. Not saying that they whack, not saying that today's developers are bad or today's soldiers are bad. But when it's compared to those, that was the peak, okay? The PS1 era people, the PS2 era people, those were the GOATs. Alright? Now, to move on past that, of course, we got the ending where we did not open the sarcophagus, but instead we allowed LaCroix to open the sarcophagus. and it was a good time. I like the ending, and I'm kind of curious to see the other two endings. And I started a second playthrough, which we will continue this week. Go ahead and catch it if you can. We will be running a Malkavian this time around, and it's good stuff. Once we finish that playthrough, we'll also be streaming some more Ninja Gaiden Sigma in between. I'm going to run through the full trilogy, of course, and it's going to be dope. So I'll enjoy that, and I hope you all do too. And speaking of which, I did try out the Legacy Collection, the Ninja Gaiden Collection, and honestly, bro, like, it's literally the most bare bones port of the Sigma games from PS3 right on over. You know what I mean? I don't know about Razor's Edge yet, but it might be some differences. We don't know yet. Also, another thing that we will be hopping into hopefully soon is if I can get a chance to get my hands on either System Shock 2, Skyrim, or Deus Ex, the original. I want to stream those games real bad, and I'm interested in Disco Elysium as well. So it's a lot of stuff on the list that we want to get to. But with all that being said, what we've been watching lately is, since we completed Jujutsu Kaisen, we hadn't really picked up anything new yet. But I'm still keeping up with My Hero Academia, of course, and I'm thinking of hopping into Mob Psycho this week. So the latest My Hero is catching us up and bringing everybody to the same level, whereas Bakugo and the others and Todoroki are now have their provisional hero licenses. They can now be heroes with the rest of the crew. Everything's looking nice. They're showing us little details about how Froppy couldn't move when things got cold out in the winter, because you know frogs hibernate in the winter, and they, at times certain frogs will freeze solid, stuff like that, which is pretty neat. Nice little details like that I love to see, and it's just gonna get better from there. So I'm enjoying myself, and hopefully they get to the bottom of what this new power is that he's unearthed inside the One For All. Because to be honest, it feels like, I think that the dude who got a blink trying to copy their ability, he tried to copy the One For All, I think he effectively did, which brought forth other abilities, you know what I mean, or something like that. Maybe he had something to do with it. Maybe his quirk interference brought that about. I'm not sure, but it's still pretty cool, and can't wait to see that unravel. Now, with all that being said, let's jump into the news, because we are in E3 week and it's still going strong. Of course, Sony said that they were dropping out this year, but we have already seen the Microsoft and Ubisoft showcase, as well as the Valve Digital's Indie Showcase. There's more to come, like the PC game show, and we're supposed to see Nintendo in the coming days. So let's just be real. First off and foremost, the Ubisoft one was kind of boring. There was a couple games that I did find very interesting that I might want to play, and that's the most that I can say about it. On the other hand, we had a full rundown of, what was it? Which one? Okay, we did Ubisoft, and then there was the Microsoft show yesterday. Was that the one that showed? No, Summer Game Fest as well. Of course, everything in there was almost irrelevant except for Death Stranding Director's Cut, and of course, Elden Ring trailer was finally dropped. I am fucking hype. I can't wait. Y'all know I love my Dark Souls. Y'all know I love my Demon Souls. You know I love my Miyazaki. It's gonna be great. Open world, horse, moving around, the same difficulty, some, you know, old animations, but who would want those to change? They're tried and true, and it's a staple of the series. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. There's a lot of good references to things that Miyazaki loves that I feel are gonna be fleshed out into something amazing, and I cannot wait. Oh my god, Elden Ring. So there's some things, if you want to see a full breakdown of the trailer, Vati Vidya, if you go ahead and look him up, he does have a very good in-depth video about it. I watched it myself several times to make sure I get the details down, but it is astounding how much was in that trailer, although not so much in length. So yeah, moving on. Yesterday we had the showcase for Microsoft, and Microsoft, they learned their lesson. Whenever you're doing these E3 things, all you have to do is introduce, maybe show the developers or head, developers of each company or whatnot, have them talk no more than 1 minute and show game trailer. after trailer after trailer after trailer, and it was great. Halo Infinite looks interesting still. I still got some hopes for it because, of course, with time, the more time we don't see it, the more time it can improve. And I feel like the free-to-play multiplayer is going to change and shake up a lot of things. Because if you think about it right now, there's no shooter that's on top right now. Like, there's no shooter dominating the market except for maybe Apex Legends, probably. I can't really say. Some would say Fortnite, but who cares? I'm saying a skill-based, hardcore esports shooter. Overwatch is not as huge as it was. Freaking Rainbow Six Siege is not as huge as it was. It's all a little lackluster. Probably Call of Duty is buzzing more than the rest of them because of the Battle Royale modes. So that's the most talked about shooter at the moment is probably Apex and Call of Duty. But here's the thing. Halo coming back and free-to-play multiplayer for PC and Xbox, bro. You can't tell me that's not a unit seller right there. Like, I feel like there's a lot of people gonna get in on that. And of course, the Xbox people are gonna be pretty mad about the crossplay that's gonna get them dominated. But what can you say? Now, still, first and foremost, there's more to come. There's Nintendo news to be announced. There's leaks that's been addressed, and I can't wait, bro. It's a lot coming, and I feel like it's gonna be some of the best. Anywho, with all that said, let's hop into the news. First thing on the docket, over on GameSpot.com, Gearbox Software announced that the PS5 exclusive Godfall is coming to PS4 this August. And if you remember, Godfall was the MMO, I guess you could say, character action RPG that was announced for the PS5 once the launch and the pre-launch of the PlayStation 5 was announced. And now they're saying that they're going to bring it to PS4, and it was after originally being exclusive to PS5 and PC. So yeah, and honestly, I don't think a lot of people is checking for it because the animation seems a little too repetitive. The combos don't seem too, inspired. But hey, games like this as a service can be patched and updated. Well, I'm not sure if it's games as a service or not, but it can always improve, alright? Now, another thing on the docket, we pretty much spilled about Elden Ring during the intro, so we're gonna move on. But the next thing is gonna be a game debate article about it, and it's just more breakdowns about what we've seen and things about the day and night cycle that's supposed to be included in the game, story choices and NPCs that you're supposed to find. So you go ahead and give that a read if you want, because it's very, very intricate and nice to know, and good to read. It's great for hype, but most of it may or may not be confirmed. We'll just have to see. I want to see more news surface before we just get too happy into that. But the release date has been confirmed for the game to come out in, what was it, January 2022? Yeah, January 21st, 2022. So that's nice. Also, over on Game Rant, new Nintendo Switch console seemingly leaked by GameStop. Apparently, in the GameStop inventory, they usually ahead of time have it listed in their inventory where they can search things up and find out what's coming or what is listed in the system. And one of the rumors, which we don't usually report on rumors, but one of the rumors say that there's an improved Nintendo Switch console that's flooded the internet from every direction, and new Switch specs to its name and price exclusive games have been rumored and debated. So the selection of the purchase of the new Nintendo Switch and Switch Lite also reiterated in the fine print. A ton of names have been tossed around, like Switch Upgrade, include the Switch Pro, Switch Advance, or the Super Switch. But who knows what it can be. I personally like the Switch Pro name, and I don't know, all of those sounds. Super Switch sounds nice too, and Switch Advance sounds nice. So I don't know. If they could just pick the favorite one that Miyamoto likes, then that'll be nice, I guess. But yeah, next on the docket, overclock3d.net or OC3D, but basically overclock.net. Crossplay support is coming to Overwatch. Long story short, they're gonna add in and implement crossplay from consoles to PC, and it's all going to be originated from the Blizzard account. So if you make your Blizzard account, every single person on console will have to make a Battle.net account, with Blizzard in order to continue their play and make it eligible for them to play with PC and other console players, which is likely also going to include the Nintendo Switch, probably. I'm not sure, but might not be a huge problem if you play competitive. I don't think you can get that far competitively on the Switch, but anywho's, next on the docket, Nintendo Life and Super Mario Kart hacker restores the Nintendo's official track editor from Mario Kart, Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo. Goes by the name Mr. Leak. I don't. It's leak speak, but I'm not. I don't know. But let's just say is at capital LF _ Mr. L314. The L disc in parentheses is what he says in his title, but basically he has completely restored the Super Mario Kart track editor, which is the official track editor that the developers use in order to make the tracks and edit them accordingly before release. So there you have it, and this may not sound like huge news to you, but it's huge news to me, and it's huge news for the homebrew scene, because it gives them more of a way to peer into how it's being created. There's a lot of fan titles and ROM hacks for Super Mario Kart, and it could be dope. So I find that super interesting. Next on the docket, Engadget.com. Axiom Verge 2 is coming to PlayStation 4 and 5. We saw it yesterday during the Xbox showcase, I think that was, or was it Summer Games? I can't recall. But it was super interesting because I didn't recognize it at first. I was like, what is this? It looks like just another, pixel side scroller. But then I looked at the UI and it was very similar to Axiom Verge 1, which I loved. And this one, although it looks more Castlevania-ish than Metroid, it might be interesting. So can't wait to see what they're doing with this. It looks very different from the previous, by the way. And the weapon choices seem very different as well. So anywho's, next on the docket, and finally, CD Projekt Red have given us an update on the security breach when they were hacked a few months prior. They've announced that they have updated so many things from their core IT infrastructure and firewalls, remote access solutions, etc., and even their internal security in the building, just to make sure no foreign USB sticks get plugged into their main system. So yeah, it's gonna be hopefully a huge improvement, and they did what they're supposed to do, and I find that to be a good thing. So just to keep things short and sweet with you, I can't wait for the rest of the shows that's coming up on E3's showcase. It's supposed to be Nintendo coming up soon, and the PC show. So hey, keep your fingers tied and eyes wide. I'm optimistic about this, which I know I shouldn't be, but I am. I'm optimistic about this. So yeah, and I hope you all are too. There's been a whole bunch of other things that were announced, but not particularly interesting. I'm still keeping my eyes on things like Back 4 Blood. It may improve, and other things for that matter. But for the time being, we haven't seen enough about Starfield. Forza looks nice, but I'm not too big into the series, and just many other things that I can't spend too long on the podcast talking about. So without further ado, I just want to tell y'all to thank you for stopping by and listening to this week's episode of the podcast. Go ahead and give it a like, give it a comment if you want to see some changes or what you would like to see on the content, and tell me what you think about the content, and subscribe if you want to see more of those changes that you have requested. Now, there's also my Twitter. You can follow me over on at Slim Cognito Mode, and check out the Twitch on the same name of this channel, Slim Cognito Entertainment. And always remember the channel motto: intentions are the most important, actions ain't nothing but loud, and words don't mean a damn thing. Y'all take care of yourselves out there and enjoy your summer. See you next week. Peace. Oh no. What was that? 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 What? I'm dead. Okay. bag, shall we? Oh, we gotta get back in. We can't have him doing this shit. Uh-huh. Ah! Where's the other one? Where'd the other one go? Oh, the debuff. No, please, fuck. No. Oh my god, this is so fucking dumb. Reload, goddammit. Okay. Man, I did this shit on my first try. This shit's easy.